Good morning. Well, we've just been in the supermarket, stocking up ready for the weekend. We're heading off again today. We're going towards Tomar. Probably go to Fatima tomorrow morning, then up into the national park, Portuguese national park tomorrow evening. So we've come to stock up on a big shop, as we say in the north. So we've hit Tomar on the trail of the Knights Templar. We're on a free air, it's quite busy, lots of different sorts of vans and people here are on different agendas. When you pull up it does look like a crime scene, and I'll show you the tape. I don't think it really is a crime scene, I think it's just an area that's taped off, but we were laughing about it with our northern sense of humour. Ellen's got a coat on, it's 17 degrees, she's determined not to take a coat off just yet.
Just a bit chilly.
Just a bit chilly. This is an authentic tavern used by Templars, complete with stocks. Might try that later. So we're climbing up the stairs to the castle, hoping it's open. If it's not, the worst that can happen is we get a good view of the city, so onwards. We've come here, really, and we're winging it. We don't fully understand the history of this place yet. We just saw a few snippets of information on a blog, and we thought, yes, we'll go. So we've been spontaneous, up to left where we were a day early, and headed down here to see what's happening. Now the Knights Templars came here in the 1100s, initially to protect the ships that were taking knights and supplies to the Crusades from the rest of Europe. It eventually settled as it became clear that really a second Crusader front had opened up in Spain. Separate from the battle for Jerusalem, Spain was also embroiled in its own battle with the Moors, which had been very powerful in Spain for quite a long time. But the kingdoms in the north of Spain united and started a campaign called Reconquista, which was about reclaiming the lands from Moorish control. Okay, en route to the ticket office. Let's see if we can film. So commissioned by the kings, or given permission by the kings, the Templars set up this castle on a vital position in Portugal, right fairly close to the Moors' lines, and were successful with other units in pushing the Moors out of Portugal and back into Spain, where subsequently the kings of Spain were able to defeat the Moors and push them, leaving them really around Andalusia, Granada, as their last areas of power before ultimately removing them altogether from the Spanish lands and the Iberian Peninsula. Now, as you can see from this, the Templars were a wealthy order and were really, in many ways, Europe's bank. They used to have permission to raise their own taxes, and they would loan money in to kings to fight wars and crusades in return. Another courtyard, and it's spectacular. Another waterfall in the middle. Well, I've been sat here filming, I've been listening to some Portuguese people talking, and it always fascinates me, languages, you know, just a short border, but the two languages between Spanish and Portuguese, to me, to my ear, don't sound anything like each other. I don't know how easy it is to learn one from the other. It amazes me how different the languages are over a short period of space and time. I'm not good at languages. In fact, I always joke and tell people that English is my second language. Now this reminds me of the story of Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves, does it not? So I'll show you around. See all the vats. Down this wall. So come on, who else walks around these sorts of places and sees the locked doors and the locked gates? I think, what's behind there? I'd love to have a look. Look at this one. First I thought it was a well. There's a gate on it and steps going all the way down. Now I'm sure in real life it's probably just a storeroom, or the stairs aren't very safe, or it's failed a health and safety risk assessment. But I like to think it's got some historical connections with the past. Perhaps a historical torture chamber, or a place where enemies of the local baron were detained and ransomed. Because ransoming of the day was a key thing, and a lot of the Templars were caught in Jerusalem in the First Crusade and ransomed back. Now you know you come into the end when you arrive in the shop. As you can see, been in the shop, bought a book on the Templar history, specifically to Tomar and to this castle, which I'll read up on. Like I said, and Helen's mentioned it as well, we're proper history buffs. I studied history at university, and I've had a lifelong interest in history. Like, it's so important to remember where we've been and where we're from. Not try and cancel it or alter it, just try and learn from it and understand the journey we're on. And so all these things are important because they're all pieces of our jigsaw, and that's how I see it. So I've been in a Templar castle. It's only right that we're coming to a Templar tavern.
Cheers.
Well, that is so good. So good that even Helen likes it, and Helen doesn't normally like.
I'm not a stout fan, but that is very, very nice. It's
The honey makes
the
it.
honey that gives it, takes the bitterness off it. It's lovely.
It's a traditional brew. So this is a traditional Templar tavern. Well, that's us back at the air. We're going to grab a quick drink and a quick bite to eat, and then we're going to go out and capture the sunset over the river. If I can bend Ellen's arm, that is.
I don't think so.
Nice kids, to be fair.
Probably have to say. You got the keys?
I have. And here we are. We're just tucked away in a little copse. And you can see the other vans tucked away also.